Glenister! Playing Carl Barnes, Patrick Fugit! Ladies and gentlemen, Wrenn Schmidt! Reg E. Cathey! And the lovely Kate Lynn Shield! Take a seat, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, with the exception of Philip, welcome to London.
Thank you.
You're kind of here every day, buddy. It's kind of like just popping down the road for you, really.
I live here.
Yeah, I live here. Listen, it's lovely to see you guys. Now, before we get, because no one here has seen the show, no one really knows too much about the show, unless they've been fans of the comic books, but TV is about to change. It really is. It is phenomenal. I've seen 4 episodes, and let me tell you, it really does change the way we look at TV. A lot of people are talking about this film, a lot about talking about the show, you know, coming from the creative mind of The Walking Dead, but this is so much different to that. This is like his mind has taken something else on board and created Outcast. Maybe we can start with you, Patrick. What is a little line about this show that we can tell people, because we can't give away spoilers. It's very difficult.
It is difficult. It's, I mean, one of the things that I enjoy about The Walking Dead, and I think a lot of people do, is that it's about characters. And it's about what happens to those characters in different moral situations. And with Outcast, there's a lot of horrific elements, but it is, at its heart, about these characters and the demons that they have personally. And I think it's quite well done. Robert's done a great job.
It is an incredible show, and I think what's great about it, as you mentioned, it is the character development. It is more about, it's more like psychological drama than it is, hey, let's see some gruesome stuff. Do you know what I mean? I think you go on a journey with these people. Let's get a little bit about your character. Let's start with you, Philip. Tell us a little bit about the Reverend.
Okay, well, I play the Reverend Anderson, and basically he is, I guess, well, he's a reverend, obviously, and he's kind of a big fish in a small pond. He's a kind of troubled soul, you know. He sees himself, I think he's described as the soldier of God, and he has a past history with Kyle, through what happened with Kyle's mother. And so we go back to when Kyle was a small boy, and I sort of was there kind of for him. So he's kind of like a father-stroke mentor figure. But he basically gave up his family life for this pursuit of the righteousness of his path. So he's estranged from his wife and his only son. And so underneath that kind of brash exterior is a man who's quite a troubled, broken, rather lonely soul. That's how I would describe it.
I mean, you do feel like he's got his own demons anyway, don't you?
Absolutely.
It's very much, you know,
yeah.
He's helping Kyle, who's obviously this demonic possession within him. I don't want to give too much away there, but he is, and he's struggling with his own background. But Patrick, tell us a little bit about Kyle.
Well, when we meet Kyle, he's sort of isolated himself in a pretty dark state. He's staying in the house that he grew up in, and he's completely shunned himself from the rest of society. We learned through the first episode that he's just come from a very tumultuous breaking of his family, and he's surrounding himself in darkness because he believes he has something to do with these possessions that are happening in this town.
Wrenn, let's ask you. Tell us a little bit about Megan.
Megan Holter. Hi, all of you. It feels so strange not to say hi to you. So I play Megan Holter, who is Kyle Barnes' adoptive sister. She's a child psychologist at a local elementary school. She grew up in Rome, West Virginia. She's lived there her whole life. She's married a very handsome police officer named Mark Holter, who's played by the wonderful David Denman. And at the beginning of the series, Megan is very much the only person in the town that is very much in Kyle's corner. Because something quite catastrophic has happened in his life that doesn't match up with who she knows him to be. So she's kind of the only person that's on his side. She's smart. She has a great sense of humor. She makes a lot of poop jokes in the first episode. She's very concerned with Kyle's bowel movements. Yeah, and she kind of goes on a really big journey on her own. There's quite a lot happening underneath that very strong facade.
She's hot as well, we can say that's fine, we'll move on to that.